everybody. Hope you're all doing well. This is Soshiance. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to configure routing protocol OSPF in multi-area. First of all, let's have a general explanation on what is routing protocols, and then we'll come back to configuration. Routing protocol, we can simply say that routing protocols explains that how routers and different networks communicate with each other. We have different kinds of routing protocols. Mainly we divide it into two categories. One is the static routing protocol, another one is the dynamic routing protocol. Dynamic routing protocols, we can divide it into three other subcategories, which is distance vector. REP is a very common example for that. We have linked routing protocol. The clear example, a common one is OSPF, which later on I'm going to configure this for you. And we have IS, another routing protocol, intermediate system to intermediate system. And we have hybrid routing protocols, which is the enhanced EIGRP is an example of that, which is the enhanced version of interior gateway routing protocol. I have already made tutorials for EIGRP, for REP, for OSPF, even in a single area, for static route, default route. I will put the links in the description. You can directly go and check those tutorials as well. Okay, so let's move on to OSPF routing protocol. OSPF routing protocol is a linked routing protocol, and the algorithm which is used is Digestra. It has a process ID. When we are configuring, we should specify a process ID on Cisco routers, and currently some other routers also you're asking for the process ID. And about the process ID, some points you should consider, which is point-to-point connected routers should not have the same router IDs. And if there's no router ID, the highest loopback will be considered as the router ID. And if there's no loopback ID as well, loopback IP, then the highest physical IP address will be considered as router ID. In OSPF, instead of subnet mask, we are using the wildcard mask. This is an example. When we just flip the subnet mask, then it will be the wildcard mask. You can see this is the class C is subnet mask 255.255.255.0, but the wildcard mask is 0.0.0.255. About the configuration, I have just typed some commands that we need for the configuration. First, we are going to global configuration mode, and then we are typing router OSPF. This is the user process ID, and then you are giving the router ID, and then you are introducing the directly connected networks, and then the wildcard mask, and finally the area number. And some other commands, like we can specify the maximum path 4 or 5, and then we can go to a specific interface and we can specify the hello interval time. Some of these commands are not being supported by Cisco Packet Tracer. You can use them in the real world when you're configuring the router, or you can use in a GNS3 when you're configuring routers. So let's go and configure. We're configuring with the open shortest path OSPF open shortest path first. Open shortest path first is, as you can see from the name, it is clear that open shortest path first. It independently select the best path. For example, if you have two paths from here, at the moment we have one path. Let me add an example. Let me add a connection from GigaEthernet 0/0 to GigaEthernet 0/2. Now from this computer to this computer, we have two paths. One is here and one is here. If the routing protocol we have configured is OSPF, then independently it will select the best path. Okay, so let's go and configure. I have already assigned the IP address to all these devices, and I designed the diagram. Now the only thing that we are doing is just to go and check and configure the OSPF. I'm going to router 1, enable Cisco is the password, show IP interface brief. You can see I have already assigned IP addresses to both ports, to this port and this port, 10.10.10.1 and 192.168.0.10 for this Ethernet port. Now I'm going to global configuration mode, and I'm typing the router OSPF. We are giving a process ID, any process ID, any numbers. I'm giving 1, and then I'm specifying a router ID 1.1.1.1, and I'm introducing the networks. One network is this network, 192.168.0.0. Wildcard mask is 0.0.0.255, and then area, we are saying area, this belongs to area 200, area 200. Another network is this network, and area 0, network 192.168.10.10.10.10.0. I have used, since we needed only 2 valid IPs, so I have submitted the IP address to /30. So the wildcard mask for notation /13 notation is 0.0.0.3 area 0. And now I just exit end, and if I type show IP protocols, you can see IP OSPF with process ID number 1. This is the router ID, the maximum path, and now I'm going to router 2. Enable Cisco configure terminal, router OSPF, process ID number 1. So process ID is just locally important, local router. It's no matter if you're in different routers, they are either the same or different. I'm okay. A router ID 2.2.2.2, and introducing the network. This network is 10.10.10.0.0.0.3 area 0. Network is another network is okay. You can see the neighbor router has adjusted the connection. Okay, another network is 172.16.20.0 and 0.0.0.3 area 0. Here also we have used subnetted IP address. No, not area 0. This belongs to area 100. Area 100. And if you type show IP protocols, you can see we have configured the OSPF with process ID number 1, the router ID, you can see the gateways, these 2 IDs, and if I type show IP OSPF neighbor, you can see 1.1. This is the router, the neighbor router, which is configured OSPF. Okay, now I'm going to this router. This is the router 5. Enable Cisco configure terminal, and I'm typing the router OSPF 1 and router ID, let's say 5.5.5.5. Since that's router number 5, it's easy to identify. And networks, one network is 172.16.20.0, this router. this network, 0.0.0.3 area 100. Another network is this network on the other side of the router, 192.168.0.0.0.255 area 100 DWR, and show IP protocols, show IP OSPF neighbors to that. Perfect. This router. Now we have almost configured in 3 routers OSPF. Let me ping from this router to, let's say, first of all, the default gateway 172.16.20.1. As I'm receiving reply, if I ping this IP address 10.10.10.1, I'm receiving reply. Now I'm going to these routers and I'm going to configure the routing protocol OSPF. Enable Cisco and configure terminal. Router OSPF process ID number 1, router ID, this is router 3.3.3.3. Network, one network is this network, 192.168.0.0.0.0.255 area 200. Another network is this network, 192.168.1.0.0.0.255 area 200. Okay. The neighbor router adjusts the connection. DR and show IP protocols. You can see and show IP OSPF neighbor. This one. Now if I ping the default gateway for this router, ping 192.168.0.10. I should receive reply. I'm receiving reply. I'm going to router 4. Enable Cisco, configure terminal, and router OSPF process ID number 1, and network. First of all, let's specify router ID 4.4.4.4 and network 192.168.0.0.0.255 area 200. Another network is okay, this network, network 192.168.2.0.0.0.255 area 200. So doer, and now I've configured the OSPF in all the routers, and I should be able to communicate with all the devices in this network should be able to communicate with each other. Now I'm going to this computer, to this PC, to check whether I have assigned the IP address properly or no. This is 192.2, okay, and 192.168.2.0. This is the default gateway. Default gateway 2.10, that's correct. Now I'm going to terminal to check the connections to command prompt. First of all, I ping the default gateway, ping 192.168.2.10. I'm receiving reply. Then I'm going to the second, this port, 0.10. I'm receiving reply. Then I'm moving to this port, ping 10.10.10.2. I'm receiving reply. Then I'm moving to this port, ping 172.168.16.20.2. I'm receiving reply. And I'm going to this port, 192.168.3.10. 10. I'm receiving reply, and now I ping this computer, ping 192.168.3.1, 192.168.3.1. Yeah, I'm receiving reply. Now this is the it is successfully done. Now if we trace route, if we trace route 192.168.3.1, you can see we are from this computer, we are trace routing this computer. The packet goes first of all to 192.168.2.10, which is this, and the default gateway of this network, and secondly it's going to 192.168.0.10, which is this port, and then it's going to 10.10.10.2, which is this port, and then it's going to 172.16.20.2, which is this port, and finally it reaches to destination. Okay guys, thank you very much. Okay, wait, there are some show commands. You can, maybe you need it, like when you go to show IP OSPF border routers. These two routers are called border routers. Since you can see ABR routers, area border routers, since you can see it is between two areas, area 0, area 200, and this router, this side is area 0 and this side is area 100. If you type router OSPF border routers, you can see 2.2 for this router. This one is it's showing the 2.2 is the area border router. Show IP OSPF. We have the database. Show IP OSPF. We have the neighbor. We have okay. We have already tried this. Show IP OSPF. We have the specific interface, and we have, for example, this interface serially 0/2/0. You can see the information you needed. The cost is 64, the router ID, the area 0, the internet IP address, and the priority, the state, delay, and the hello interval. So just check it out, and let me see if there is any other command remaining. So it is, everything is done. Just this comes clear IP OSPF process ID. Just so thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for future videos. Don't forget to comment below if you need any specific tutorial and asking me to make it. I'm making sometimes when I'm free. I'm making some YouTube videos just for fun. Well, I like it. And make sure you're subscribing to my channel. Like the video and comment if there is any issue. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.